Good morning students. The next session is based on combination with repetition, second session under the concept of fundamentals principles of counting. So the same formulas of the combination with repetition as well as non-negative integer solution formula itself will be using in solving these problems. So let us go to the example 1. Here they're given find the number integer solution of x plus 1, x2 plus x3 plus x4 plus x5. Okay, find the number of integer solution. Sorry, I missed off. Find the number of integer solution of x1 plus x2 plus x5 equal to 30, where x1 is greater than or equal to 2, x2 is greater than or equal to 3, x3 is greater than or equal to 4, and x4 is greater than or equal to 2, and x5 is greater than or equal to 0. So over here, when you see this particular section, you know that x1, x2, x3, x4, x5 all are positive integers. Only when it comes to xy, it is a non-negative integer. Because you know the meaning of non-negative integer is always greater than or equal to 0, whereas positive integer is always greater than or equal to 1. So these four terms are in terms of positive integer, and this is in terms of non-negative integer. But while finding a solution, I always have to find in terms of non-negative integer solution. So what I can do is, again I'll take 5 containers of x1, x2, x3, x4 and x5. So total there are 30. What is the minimum constraint we can have? X1 can have least value 2, and this can have 3, this can have 4, and this can have 2, and this can have 0. Okay, so this mini has been occupied in this least values. So subtract it from 30. So it would give you what? 30 minus 2 is 28. 28 minus 3 is 25. 25 minus 4 is 21. So it would give us 21 minus 2 is 19. So totally left out sum is 19, because I told where x1 is greater than or equal to, I took a container and I placed these. X1 will consist of 2, minimum 3, minimum 4, minimum 2 and minimum 0, and then remaining terms, these 19 terms should again arrange in distinct boxes. So it is nothing but combination of n is 5, and this would be 15 plus 19 minus 1 and comma 19. This is the solution. So thing is, to find this is easy, but to find n is also easy because you have 5 container, but to find r is difficult. Why? Based on different conditions. So here they are given number of integer solutions of the equation this, where condition they were mentioned. So x1 minimum 2, its least value is 2, right? Max it can be anything out of this 19. Here also x2 max can be anything out of 19, x4 and x5 also. So what I'll do is, the number of non-negative integers, or else you can write it as, we write in terms of the equation. After, we just write that after having x1 with 2 values and x2 with 3 values minimum, these all are minimum values, and x3 with 4 and x4 with 2 and x5 with 0, minimum values, least values you can write 0, least values, then there are 19 integer that needs to be distributed among 5 distinct objects, or like x1 you can take 5 different terms that needs to be distributed among 5 different terms. Therefore the equation would be the non-negative integer solution equation. Okay, this is, therefore the non-negative integer solution equation would be non-negative integer equation would be x1 plus how many contains us there, x1 plus x2 plus x3, this is plus x3 plus x4 plus x5 equal to 19, where n is equal to 5 and r is equal to 9. Then the solution is, therefore the solution is combination of 5 plus 9 minus 1 comma 9. So that is, I'll write combination. Okay, this is combination. So that is combination of, sorry, it is 19 over here, 19. Combination of 23 comma 19. So that is equal to 23 factorial divided by 19 factorial, 4 factorial. So that is equal to 8855. So this is regarding the example 1. I hope you understood. See here, they have told similar like what we have solved in the previous session last problem. So x1 is greater than or equal to 1 we had. Here instead of that all greater than 1, they have given the condition x1 should be greater than or equal to 2, x2 should be greater than or equal to 3, x3 should be greater than or equal to 4. So what is happening in all these terms? Least values are all these. Least value, least I can have these. I mean minimum they should be these values. So I subtracted out of 30. Remaining is what? 19. Those 19 should be arranged in this distance. So same thing I wrote in form of statement and I got the solution as 8855. So this is regarding the example 1. Now let us go to the example 2. Example 2 is, in how many ways can 10 identical pencils be distributed among 5 children in the following cases? In how many ways can 10 identical pencils can be distributed among 5 children in the following case? So before we go to these sub questions, let us see that what is 10 and what is 5. So in how many ways can 10 identical pencils be distributed among 5 children, right? So identical means what? R is equal to 10 among 5 children. Whether children is same? No, each child differs from others. So n is equal to 5, r is equal to 10 from this particular section. So I'll repeat, in how many ways can 10 identical pencils be distributed among 5 children in the following cases? So 10 identical is nothing but the repetition, so it is r. 5 children is nothing but the n equal to 5. Now let us go to the sub question. The first sub question is, there is no restrictions for the distribution. If there is no restriction for the distribution, then it is directly what? Directly n is equal to 5 and r is equal to 5. R is equal to 10. So if there is no restriction, then it would be nothing but, there is no restriction. Directly find the combination of such type. Meaning is nothing but there is no restriction means directly finding the combination of 10 and 10 identical pencils distributed among 5 children. So it would be nothing but 5 plus 10 minus 1 comma 5 plus 10 minus 1 comma repetition, right? So 10. So this would be nothing but combination of 14 comma 10. So it is nothing but 14 factorial divided by 14 minus 10 is 4 factorial into 10 factorial. So this would give the result as 1001. So this is regarding the there are no restriction. The second one, each child get at least one pencil. So let me solve this since here. Each child gets at least one pencil. At least one pencil. So here you know that n value is what? 5. That is nothing but 5 children's. N value is 5 children and r value is 10. That is nothing but these are identical pencils. Identical pencils. Okay. So your condition is each child get at least one pencil. So how many childs are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I give one pencil to this child, one pencil, each child should get at least one pencil. So I'll distribute all those one pencil. If I distribute each child one pencil, so 5 pencils are done. Remaining is how many? These 5 pencils. Again, these should be distributed among 5 children. So the statement would be, solution would be, first we distribute one pencil each, one pencil to each child. 1 pencil to each child I am distributing. Then there remain 5 pencils to be distributed. The number of ways of distributing these 5 pencils to 5 children is the required number. That is n is equal to 5, that is 5 children, remaining pencil is 5 minus 1 comma 5. So this would give you combination of 9 comma 5. So that is nothing but 9 factorial divided by 9 minus 5 is 4 factorial into 5 factorial. So this would result in 126 ways. So I'll repeat, each child get at least 1 pencil means what? I am distributing each pencil to one child. So there are 5 children means 5 pencil I have distributed for one each. 1 pencil for 1 person, 1 pencil for 1 person, so on till 5th person. So that distribution is done. Remaining how many pencils? That should be distributed among 5, right? So this is the combination. So this you have to write in this way. First we distribute 1 pencil to each child, then there remain 5 pencil to be distributed. The number of ways of distributing the 5 pencil to 5 children is the required number. So this is regarding the second sub question. Next, third sub question is the youngest child get at least 2 pencil. The youngest child gets at least 2 pencils. So third question is the youngest child gets at least 2 pencils. So in the question we have n is equal to 5, that is children, and the pencil is r, so that is equal to, we had 10. Okay, n is equal to 5 means 5 children. So third question he has given us the youngest child get at least 2 pencils. So that means what? 1 2 3 4 5. So this 2 pencil, for example, if this person is youngest, he is given with 2 pencil. The youngest child get at least 2 pencil. Least means what? He should get 2 pencil. So remaining is what? 8 pencil. So that 8 pencil again is distributed among 5, not 4. Why 5? Least 2 he should get. Max he can get any number, right? So here if we give 2 pencil to the youngest child, remaining is 8 pencils. So that should be distributed among with 5 children. So it would be this result. So write down over here. Solution. First we give 2 pencil. First we give 2 pencils to the youngest child. Then there remain 8 pencils to be distributed. The number of ways of distributing these 8 pencils to 5 children is combination of 5 plus 8 minus 1 comma 8. So that would give you combination of 12 comma 8. So that is nothing but 12 factorial divided by 8 factorial into 4 factorial. Okay, so that is 12 minus 8 is 4 actually. 12 I wrote that's at this side. 12 minus 8 is 4. So 12 minus 12 divided by 8 factorial. So this would result in 490y ways. Okay, so this is regarding the example 2. First one had no constraints, so directly distributing. Second one each child, so I distributed 5 each to one each child, remaining were 5, 5, 5, and then youngest child get at least 2 pencil, means youngest I gave 2, max he can get any number of pencils. So that first I gave 2 to him, remaining was 8, and again that 8 I arranged with the 5 people. So this is regarding the example 2. Let us go to the example 3. In how many ways can one distribute 8 identical balls? Can one distribute 8 identical balls to 4 distinct containers? In how many ways can one distribute 8 identical balls into 4 containers? So that these two are the questions. So what is identical? R. R is equal to 8. What is distinct? N. How many containers? 4. So here whatever the identical balls is there, right? Balls is nothing but R, and whatever the distinct container is nothing but container is N. So here he has given the first condition that no container is left empty. That means what? There are 4 containers, 1, 2, 3, 4. No container is left empty means there are how many balls? 8 balls. So I need to give at least one to all the containers. So if I distribute one ball to all these containers, remaining would be 4. That 4 should be again arranged with these 4 containers. So that I need to find the combination. So let me solve the first one. First we distribute solution of first one. Okay, first what we do is no container is left empty means I need to distribute for all the containers one each. So first we distribute one ball into each container, then we distribute the remaining 4 balls. Then we distribute the remaining 4 balls into four containers. The number of ways doing this is combination of 4 plus 4 minus 1 comma 4. So this would give me combination of 7 comma 4. So that is nothing but 7 factorial divided by 7 minus 4 is 3 factorial into 4 factorial. So this would result in 35 ways. So the first is no container is left empty. So what I did is I distributed one each ball to the 4 container. Left out was out of 8 identical balls, 4 I distributed, 4 was left out. Again those 4 I need to distribute in 4 containers. So this is the required result. So this is regarding the first sub question of the example 3. Next we'll solve the example 3 sub question 2. The 4th container gets odd number of balls. The 4th container gets odd number of balls. So what is how many container we have? We have 4 container, that is N, and how many balls we have? 8 equal to ball, and that is actually R. Okay, we have 4 containers and 8 balls. So the 4th container gets odd number of balls means what? Like out of this 1, 2, 3, 4th container gets odd number of balls means what? Either it should have only one ball, or else it should have 3, totally 8, right? Either it should have one ball in this particular container, then it should be either 3, or else it should be 5, or else it should be 7, because totally 8 balls. So first possibility, it can have only one odd number, right? Fourth container gets odd number of balls, so either it should be, totally there are 8 balls, so either it should contain 1 ball, either it should contain 3, either it should contain 5, either it should contain 7. So these are the 4 cases which we can have when it has fourth container has odd number of balls. So let us solve for all these 4 conditions. So let me write the solution over here. If the fourth container has to get an odd number of balls, if the fourth container has to get an odd number of balls, we have to put 1 or 3 or 5 or 7 balls into it. Either it can have 1 ball, either it can be have 3, either it can have 5, either it can have 7. So it is either or case. Okay, so first we'll find for all the cases, since it is or, like it can have 1 or it can have 3, it can have 5, finally we have to sum of all those rules. So you remember the product and sum rule, right? Here we are applying sum rule, because either it can have 1, simultaneously it cannot have 1, 3, right? So it can have 1, it can have 3, it can have 5, it can have 7. So suppose first in this again sub question of the second is A. I'll do second A. Suppose we put 1 ball into the fourth container. Suppose we put 1 ball into fourth container. Then how many balls are remaining? Then there are 7 balls that can be distributed among these 3. I cannot distribute for this, because when I distribute 7 balls again for this, it might be also even also, so I should distribute it among this. So then there are 7 balls that can be distributed. 7 balls can be distributed into the remaining 3 containers. So that would be combination of 3 plus 7 minus 1 comma 7. So that would be a combination of 9 comma 7 ways. So that is nothing but combination of 9 comma 7 would be 9 factorial divided by 9 minus 7 is 2 factorial into 7 factorial. So this would result in 36 ways. Okay, if you calculate, you will get it as 36. So this is when I placed 1 ball. Suppose I put 3 balls into the fourth container. Suppose we put 3 balls into the container. Suppose we put 3 balls into the fourth container. Then remaining how many balls there are? Then I put 3, right? Then there are out of 8 minus 3 is nothing but 5. There are 5 balls need to be distributed in remaining 3 container, right? Need to be distributed in the remaining 3 container. That would be combination of 3 plus 5 minus 1 comma 5. So that would be given as combination of 7 comma 5. So that is 7 factorial divided by 7 minus 5 is 6, 7. So it would be 2 factorial into 5 factorial. So this would result in 21 ways. Similarly, if I put second itself, if I put similarly, if we put 5 balls into in the fourth container, what it would be? Similarly, I put 5 balls in the fourth container, remaining is 3 balls, and that 3 balls should be distributed in 3 containers, because if I cannot put in the same container, it might be even. So then there are 5 balls I have put in the fourth, then there are 3 balls need to be distributed in the remaining 3 containers. So that is combination of 5 is been distributed. So how many balls are there? 3. How many containers are there? 3. So it is 3. This is n, this is r. 3 containers and 3 balls. 3 containers, 3 balls, minus 1 comma 3. So this would give me combination of 5 comma 3. So that is nothing but 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial into 3 factorial. That is equal to 10 ways. So this is the third condition. We are done with 1, we are done with 3, we are done with 5. Next we can put 7. So let us solve in the new page itself. Second one, I think I solved A, B. So this is C, this is C, this is C. So next possible is, suppose we put 7 balls in the last container. Suppose we put 7 balls in the last container. That means 7 balls I have put. So you know remaining is 1 ball, and that needs to be distributed in 3. So then there is 1 ball that can be distributed in remaining 3. Therefore it is nothing but combination of n is 3, balls is 1, minus 1 and 3. So it is nothing but combination of 3 comma 1 ball. Sorry, here it is 3 plus 1 ball. R is 1, 3 plus 1 is 1, and it is 3 of n comma 1. So combination of 3 comma 1 is always 3 ways. So we got these many ways when it was 1, 3, 5, 7. So whether it is happening simultaneously? No. In the container there should be an OR. So it is actually either or case. So we should add all the ways. Therefore the total the total number of ways of distributing the given balls so that the fourth container gets an odd number of balls is combination of all these ways. Okay, it's nothing but 36 plus 21 plus 10 plus 3, that is equal to 70 ways. So this is regarding the example 3. So let us go to the example 4. A total amount of rupees 1500 is to be distributed among three poor students. A total of 1500 needs to be distributed among 3 poor students A, B, C of a class. Okay, a total number of rupees 1500 needs to be distributed among 3 poor students A, B, C of a class. So what is n here? N is equal to 3, and amount is actually R. 1500 is nothing but, it is, how you can tell it is an R? In case if it is a multiple of 100, then it is 15 into 100, and this is repeating, 100 is repeating, right? So it is R. A total amount of rupees 1500 is to be distributed among 3 poor students ABC of a class. In how many ways the distribution can be made? In multiples of rupees 300, rupees 100, in a multiples of rupees 100. So rupees 100 means what? It is in terms of 15 units. If we take 1 unit as 100, if we take 1 unit as 100, then if we consider 1 unit as 100 rupees, then 15 units is nothing but 1500 rupees. Agree? 1 unit, if we take 100 rupees, 15 unit is 1500 rupees. So let us take it as in terms of 15 units. Okay, let us take in terms of total there are 15 units. So this R is nothing but actually 15, and N is nothing but 3 students, so it is 3. So I'll repeat again, a total amount of rupees 1500 to be distributed among 3 poor students ABC of a class. In how many ways the distribution can be made? In multiples of rupees 100. So you know that if I take 1 unit equal to 100, 15 unit is nothing but 15. R is equal to 15. So the first question is, if every one of these must get at least rupees 200. So if everyone adds to get at least rupees 300, means meaning is what? Least 300 means for this person, if I write in terms of units, this is 3, this is 3, this is 3. So 15 minus total is 9. 15 minus 9, it would give you actually 6. 15 minus 9 would give you 6, because 15 minus 5, 10 remains, 10 minus 4 is 6. Totally there are 6, and that 6 again should be distributed among this. If every one of these must get at least 300 means what? Minimum 3 units should be distributed among these 2 students. That is regarding the first question. And here, if A must get at least rupees 500 and B and C must get at least 400 each, means what? A should have minimum 5 unit, B and C must get at least 4 and 4 units. So out of 15 minus this 9, 15 minus 5 remains 10. From that 10 you have to subtract 8, so that are 2. That 2 again should be distributed among this. Minimum he has given. So this is how we are going to solve the problem. So let us solve this particular problem in first problem over here itself. So if every one of these must get at least 3. So first we'll write the statement as taking rupees 100 as a unit. First we'll write a statement as taking rupees 100 as a unit. There are 15 units for the distributions. There are 15 units for distribution. Okay, so the first case let us solve. If everyone must get at least 100 means, in case 1, each student must get at least 3 units. Then let us first distribute this. So let us distribute 3 units to each of these, to each of the 3 students. Then they remain how many units here? 15, 3 means 3 into 3, 9. So then they remain 6 units for distribution. 6 units for distribution. The number of ways, therefore, of distributing these number of ways of distributing these 6 units A comma B comma C is combination of 3 plus y3, n is 3 plus 6 minus 1 comma 6. So that would give you combination of 8 comma 6, that is nothing but 8 factorial divided by 8 minus 6 is 2 into 6, that is equal to 28. So this is the required result. Okay, so that is regarding the first sub question. What is the second sub question he has told? Second sub question is, we'll do it in a new page. Second question is, A must get at least 500, comma B must get at least 400, C must get at least 400, So what is happening over here? Solution is, A must get at least 5 units, A must get at least 5 units, comma B and C must get at least 4 units. Let us then remaining is how much? You know that 15 units minus 5, 15 units minus 5 plus 4 plus 4 would give you what? Would give you just 2. Okay, so then there are 2 units, then there are 2 units need to be distributed among A comma B comma C. So the possible way is combination of 3 people, units is 2 minus 1 comma 2, so that would give you combination of 4 comma 2, that is nothing but 4 factorial divided by 4 minus 2 is 2 factorial into 2 factorial, so that would give 6. So this is the answer for the example 4. Example 5, in how many ways can we distribute 7 apples and 6 oranges among 4 children? So when you see the 7 apples and 6 oranges, it is a repetition. So R is equal to 7 and R is equal to 6. Among 4 children, N is distinct, so there are 4 children. So this is 4 children is nothing but N1, N2 child, N3 child and N4 child. And the condition he has given is each child get at least 1 apple. So before we go into the question, how many ways can we distribute 7 apples and 6 oranges? So both should happen simultaneously, right? 7 apple also as well as 6 orange also. And is there. So this and this, it should be multiplied. And both are what? Repetition. One orange is, now meaning is nothing but another orange also. So it is similar to the another orange also. So what we can do is, in how many ways can we distribute 7 apples and 6 oranges among 4 children? So in case if there was no condition, then it would be what? 7, we do not have any condition, then it would be 7 among 7 apples I need to distribute, right? So it would be nothing but among 4 children I need to distribute. So 4 plus 7 minus 1 comma 7 into 6 oranges again, 4 plus 6 minus 1 comma 6. So this is what is the answer if there was no constraint. Directly it is happening simultaneously, right? Because 7 apples also I need to distribute among 4, 6 oranges also I need to distribute among 4. So this would happen only if there was no condition, no constraint at all. Now we have 4 children, we have 7 apples and 6 oranges. So in how many ways can we distribute these among 4 so that each child get at least 1 apple? So what is my job is, first I'll distribute 1 each apple among this, 1 each apple among 4 child. So if I distribute 1 each apple among these 4 child, least, right, he should get at least 1 apple, then remaining is 3 apple. This again should be distributed among 4 children. So what would be the combination? N plus R minus 1 comma R. So this is how the remaining apples are distributed. For oranges, whether there are any condition? No. So again it would be combination of 4 plus 6 oranges distributed among 4 children comma 6. So this is the result. So let us write in the form of statement. Suppose we first give, suppose we first give, suppose we first give one apple to each child, one apple to each child. This exhaust, that means this removes 4 apples, right? So this exhaust 4 apples. So this exhausts 4 apples. Then the remaining 3 apples can be distributed. Then the remaining 3 apples can be distributed among four children in combination of 4 plus 3. Why here n is 4, r is 3, minus 1 comma 3, that is combination of 6 comma 3 ways. Also 6 oranges, also 6 oranges can be distributed, can be distributed among 4 children in combination of 4 plus 6 minus 1 comma 6 is equal to combination of 9 comma 6 ways. Therefore by product rule, the number of ways of distributing, combination of 6 comma 3, that is this into this, right? So 6 comma 3 into combination of 9 comma 6. So this would give you 6 factorial by 6 minus 3 is 3 factorial into 3 factorial into combination of 9 of 6 is nothing but 9 factorial divided by 3 factorial into 6 factorial. So this would result in 20 into 84, that is nothing but 1680 ways. So this is regarding the example 5. Example 6, a message is made up of 12 different symbols and is to be transmitted through a communication channel. Okay, so here the question is, a message is made up of 12 different symbols. Now what are these symbols? This symbol is different, so when you see this, n is equal to 12, agree? So 12 different symbols means n is distinct, so n is equal to 12, and it is transmitted through a communication channel. So these symbols I need to transmit through a communication channel. In addition to these 12 symbols, the transmitter will also send 45 blank spaces between the symbols. In addition to these 12 symbols, the transmitter will also send 45 blank spaces. So whether these 45 blank spaces are same, they are identical, yes, so obviously r is equal to 45. Just an assumption by a question that a message is made up of 12 different symbols and it is that this message needs to be transmitted through a communication channel. In addition to these 12 symbols, the transmitter will also send a total of 45 blank spaces between the symbols, with at least 3 spaces between each pair of consecutive symbol. Now what is this? He's telling that we'll also send a total blank space, 45 blank spaces between the symbols, with at least 3 spaces between each pair of consecutive symbols. So let us write these symbols actually. So there are 12 symbols, so let us start. We know that in between these consecutive symbols we need to place the spaces, so let us write 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 and 12. Okay, so here these are the 12 symbols. He has told that we will also send a total of 45 blank spaces between these symbols, with minimum between each pair there should be 3 blank spaces. So here 3 blank spaces between 2 consecutive terms, right? So here 3 blank, here 3 blank spaces, here 3, and here as well as here here. Just count how many blank spaces are there. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There are 11 blank spaces. How many 11 places. How many blank spaces are there? 3. So it is nothing but 33 blank spaces. So there are 11 positions for blank spaces here, 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 and totally how many blank space options are there? There are 11. So totally there are 33. So 33 is already occupied. Out of 45, 33 is already occupied. So how many left out? So 45 minus 33 is 12. So there are 12 blank spaces, and again where they need to be placed, 12 blank spaces, whether they need to placed between these itself, right? So how many positions? One position between these itself. Out of these position itself, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it should be placed within these blank spaces, should be distributed among these itself. So you have 11 positions and left out is 12. So it would be combination of n is 11 distinct, right? Distinct positions for blank spaces. So 11 plus 12 minus 1, 12. So this is just for the placement of blank spaces. So I'll repeat again. A message is made up of 12 different symbols. 12 different symbols. So I placed all those 12 different. Okay, and is to be transmitted through a communication channel. In addition to these 12 symbols, the transmitter will also send a total of 45 blank spaces between these symbols, with at least 3 between each pair of consecutive symbols. So at least 3 means what? Between every 2 symbols, minimum 3 should be there. Max it can be anything. So minimum 3 I distributed. So totally I got 33 distributed out of 45. Left out is 12. Those 12 again I need to be arranged in these positions. So how many n distinct positions are there? 11. So I arrange this. This is one part of the solution I got. Then in how many ways can the transmitter send such a message? How many ways? How many ways? You want to send this particular message in how many ways? See, these different symbols can be arranged themselves in how many ways? These different symbols can be arranged themselves in how many ways? When we take in terms of permutation, there are 12 symbols. So we need to arrange them in 12p12 factorial ways. 12p12 is nothing but 12 factorial ways. So these symbols can be arranged themselves in 12 factorial ways, and this into this will give you the final solution of this particular result. So this is regarding the space, how you arrange, that is this section, and this 12 factorial is nothing but how these symbols, different symbols can be arranged. Well, for example, first letter when you send it may be ampersand and then exclamatory, so on different symbols. Next time it might be exclamatory, then ampersand, then something like minus, and then something like and. So these 12 symbols can be arranged themselves by 12 factorial ways. So regarding the solution, how to write this particular solution, we'll write in the next page. Okay, so here write down the solution as the 12 symbols can be arranged. The 12 symbols can be arranged in 12 factorial ways. 12 symbols can be arranged in 12 factorial ways. For each of these arrangements, there are 11 positions between the 12 symbols. So you had seen already there are 11 positions between the 12 symbols. Since there must be at least 3 symbols, since there must be at least 3 spaces, since there must be at least 3 spaces between successive symbols, 33 of the 45 spaces will be used up. 33 spaces, this is spaces of 45 spaces will be used up. Will be used up. The remaining 12 spaces are to be accommodated in 11 positions. This can be done in combination of 11 plus 12 minus 1 comma 12, that is equal to combination of 22 comma 12 ways. Consequently, by product rule, the required number is 12 factorial into combination of 22 comma 12, that is nothing but 22 factorial divided by, I'll solve this, 12 into 2, so this would be nothing but 12 factorial into 22 factorial divided by 22 minus 12 is nothing but 10 factorial divided by 12 factorial. So this and this gets cancelled. So it is 22 factorial divided by 10 factorial. So the solution will get it as 3.097445 into 10 to the power 14 ways. So this is the solution for the example 6. So over here, that's what, 12 different symbols. So these 12 different symbols we can arrange in 12 factorial. So this is 12 factorial. Since they are happening simultaneously, it is product rule. And those again, the combination is what? This combination is in that 11 spaces. How can you arrange the 12 blank spaces? So this is how the solution is being supposed to be written. So this is regarding the combination with repetition 2. End of the session. Thank you.